It has been 2 months since I started this glorious crusade to take Henry down, and what have I accomplished? Fucking nothing! Should have known better that trying to stop someone incredibly paranoid would be... Fucking God! He has created contingency upon contingency. All because he wants to make sure Dad's mistakes never repeat. And yes, I appreciate of him trying to fix Dad's mistakes, but not in this way. Acknowledgement is necessary. Shoving it under the carpet and pretending it never happened? My fucking God! I don't know what to do. I really don't. I just want him to stop. I want him to realize he failed. But how do I... It's hopeless. There's no way I can get him to understand that he needs to acknowledge the past. And he's going to continue to run the company. The new Blast of the Past pizzeria he set up is going to bring in money because of all the children coming in and just making it a cheerful Wait a minute. The children. Wait. No. Is this even a good idea? This is... That's... Oh, God. If I was to do that, that would be... That is fucked up beyond comparison. I have limits, but am I willing to cross them? Oh, God, I feel like I'm gonna be sick. But it could work. If... Alright, let's run a hypothetical. Let's say I get a job working at this Blast of the Past pizzeria. It should be easy, I just have to ask him for a job there. I work there, and one day when there's a birthday party going on, what if I took a kid to one of the back rooms, and I killed them? Could that work? I mean, I'd kill the kid and hide the body so it could never be found. Probably the best way I'd do it is, if I was going to do it, let's see, where would I take them? If I left the body near the restaurant, they'd be found, so... I could load them into the back of my pickup, and... There's a lake about 30 minutes away from the pizzeria. What if I took the body and dumped it in the lake? They'd obviously not be found because the lake connects to a river. They'd wash downstream. And by the time they go over the waterfall, the body would be beyond recognition. And no one would know what happened to them because they just appear out of nowhere and probably be found 3 or 4 towns away. Could it work? It's a crazy idea, but it seems like the most reasonable idea at the moment. But where would I the parts and service room, of course. I take them to the parts and service room, tell them it's like a special arcade room, and, I mean, I can't take them to the safe room. If I try to bring them there, the motion sensors would trip because every time you open the door to the safe room, the motion sensors log it. It's the one thing I wish I could undo. That would have been so much easier because no one would know where the kid went. So, okay, let's say I bring them to the parts and service room. What do I do? Well, I could take one of the strings from Bonnie's bass guitar and strangle them around the neck, just cut off circulation, and once they're unconscious, probably snap their neck or something. Either that or I could use an endoskeleton arm and beat them to death. I mean, no, that's fucked up. I'm dealing with children here. If I'm gonna do this to them, I should at least make this quick and painless. I don't want to inflict harm on a child. It's reprehensible, but this seems like the only option for something I can do to make sure that Henry knows that he's not the right person for this. Because if the kid went missing, there would be a whole fiasco that would happen. There would be newspapers, there would be press runs, there would be, it would be glorious. And he would panic, he would definitely panic and try to push it under the carpet like he always does, like the dickhead he is. And people would know it happened. People would obviously know it happened. This could work. I really think this could work, but it's such a messy proposition that I'm going to need to give myself some time to think about it. I'd also need to get to Washington in the first place, to get to the pizzeria. Where did he say it was? Olympia, that's where it is. I need to get there. It's gonna take a while. Really does not help that I live in Brooklyn. Fuck. I'm gonna give myself 2 weeks to sit on this one. After that, if I decide to, I'll book myself a flight and head on out there. I'll contact Henry within the next couple days, see if I can get a job there. Alright then. Time to become my own worst nightmare. God help me, I'm going to hell.